Hello again, everybody! Zach Attack is here, my WWE Raw review for tonight, April 24th, 2017, from Kansas City, Missouri. The final Raw before Payback. And with this being the go-home show before Payback, I thought it was okay for Payback. Didn't really sell the pay-per-view. Kind of did some okay things. It was a decent little Raw. You had interesting main event, especially with an interesting finish. Plus, you had the stretcher match. I think because they haven't had it in so long, should I say a dumpster match. I was just naming stipulations. They should add the woman Strowman at Payback. A stretcher in ambulance match, but we had a dumpster match. I think with that finish, I think they forgot the rules. They haven't had the match in so long, they forgot the rules. And the women got shafted. The matches tonight were, yeah. One was shitty, and the other one got a weird finish. Which was a screwy ending with a pump in his butt. Didn't need to happen. But we begin all with the highlight reel. No, wait a minute. We started with Miss TV. No, wait. We started with Ambrose Asylum. Or better yet, we started with all three. It started as the highlight reel, with Jericho saying this could be his last highlight reel if he defeats Kevin Owens, the new face of America. I kind of like that whole thing with him and that. The new face of America challenge on SmackDown was kind of funny. And him calling himself that. Because the new face of America loses to Jericho, Jericho goes to SmackDown with the U.S. Championship back. But unfortunately, it's kind of predictable. Especially if you know about his Fozzy tour schedule. But still great to see him for this. It will be his last appearance. He won't be going to SmackDown, he'll be out tour with Fozzy. So this might be his last highlight reel for a while. But as he was talking about himself and about his match with Kevin Owens this Sunday, won a piece of payback from him. Miz interrupts him and tries to turn it into Miz TV. Saying that since we've arrived, Raw's not is Jericho. It's not Raw is Jericho. It's Raw is Miz. And that he and his lovely wife Bernice are the it couple. And Jericho said, "You better watch it, couple." That was kind of funny. And then Ambrose came out, turning into an Ambrose Asylum episode. Like every time they changed shows, they had like Jericho's thing lifted up and his carpet removed, and you had Miz Director's chairs. And then when Ambrose came out, you had the Ambrose cardboard sign, and even had the gift of Ambrose to Chris Jericho, kind of calling back to the feud last year when Ambrose destroyed Jericho's $15,000 jacket. He made it like his own little homemade version of the Jericho light-up jacket with like Christmas lights. It was so funny. Quirky Ambrose. His promo last week was one of the best I've seen in a while. He has been complacent. Miz is white. I mean, he's getting heat for that. But any of these three got into a little bit of a brawl. And all of that. Even Maurice even made the list. Which led to a tag team main event set for tonight, which would be Jericho and Ambrose against Miz and a partner, who we'd find out later on. But on to our first matchup, we had the exchanging singles matches involving both teams in the tag team title match this Sunday at Payback. Last week we had Jeff Hardy against Cesaro. There are still partners chances in singles action as Matt Hardy took on Sheamus. Wasn't as good as the Cesaro Hardy match, but yeah, you got the kind of like the weak links of the team. Like Hardy and Cesaro, Jeff and Cesaro are more like the athletic guys. Sheamus and Matt are like the strong guys. And it was a decent little matchup. Matt doing his broken thing. I am hearing rumors that WWE is working out a deal with Anthem, the company that bought out TNA, to pay for the copyrights and all the rights to the broken gimmick. You finally see the broken gimmick in WWE. And delete Anthem once and for all. Fuck that out. Makes it funny when they were sponsored by Zyzal. Like last week, but they didn't sponsor the Hardys match. They learned their lesson. Don't let our logoed product sponsor a match with the Hardys. Anyway, A little hard-hitting match with some decent little spots in this match, including sound effect on the apron. Now let's go from Hardy delivering at the Sheamus. But after that, early onslaught from Hardy, even teasing the fate on the floor at one point. But then he got nailed by Sheamus with the rolling senton on the floor. And he got into the 10 feet to the boundary, and Sheamus was looking good. Until he got distracted by a confrontation involving his partners Cesaro and Jeff Hardy. That distraction was enough for Matt to capitalize, delivering the twist of fate onto Sheamus and the 1-2-3 victory for Matt Hardy, with both parties winning their singles matches. Now they're trying to get heat for this match, and I think it'll still be an interesting match, with Sheamus and Cesaro getting a proper rematch, because they were taken off guard. They never really got pinned for the titles, because it was a ladder match. But it was against a team that nobody knew was going to be added. Like we were hoping they'd be added, and they actually were added. And we didn't think they'd actually win. So they shook hands again, but there might be a lot more heat leaning towards the pay-per-view match this Sunday for the tag team titles at Payback. Now, speaking of Payback, Neville would be defending his title, his Cruiserweight title, against Austin Aries. But tonight, they were in tag action, as Neville would team up with his new protege, should I say, or some would say his new puppet, TJ Perkins. Loving the heel turn, switch your theme. Said it last week, I'll say it again. Switch your theme. As they team up against the number one contender for the Cruiserweight title, A-Dub, and one of my other favorites in the Cruiserweight division, Jack Gallagher. Gentleman Jack Gallagher. It was a decent little Cruiserweight match. It wasn't as long as, let's say, last week's match involving Jack Gallagher and Neville got a lot more time than this match. But it was a decent little Cruiserweight match for being what it was, being short and all. With Aries getting his hands on Neville throughout the matchup, but TJ got the upper hand early as he delivers some big kicks, even trying to put A-Dub into the armbar at one point. The Gallagher got some moves in, didn't do Mary Poppins, but he did get the headbutt at one point. Under Neville, which would lean towards TJ Perkins being suckered into the discus forearm, discus 5-arm, and the 1-2-3 victory for Aries and Gallagher, getting Neville's opponent at Payback a lot of momentum for this Sunday's match. Now, I love both these guys. At least they're not on the fucking pre-show this time. They're on the main pay-per-view. Yeah! So, the match meeting was great, but now that's on the main card, I hope they get a lot of time. Because Cruiserweight matches on the pay-per-views have been great. Gallagher and Neville at Fastlane was the only redeeming part of Fastlane. Then you got the match at the Royal Rumble, Gallagher's friend, Rich Swann against Neville. Amazing match as well. Speaking of Fastlane, that's when momentum skidded for Braun Strowman. He'd been pushed for months, but then when he lost to Roman Reigns clean, his momentum skidded. And he lost at Mania too. He should have won the Ultimate Giant Battle Royal, but it was won by Mojo Wally. I'm going to try something new, but something that doesn't work. Jinder Mahal's a new number one contender. I do like the Bollywood Boys being involved, though. I know they're trying something new with that, but it's interesting of all guys. Should have pushed Sami Zayn, but you're pushing Jinder Mahal. A guy who concussed Finn Balor. But hey, I'm hearing WWE India's got some new deals, and they want India fans to buy mush of Jinder and the Bollywood Boys. So that's probably what they're doing it. But back to Strowman. He regained all of his heat that he lost at the Fastlane the last couple weeks by beating the fuck out of Roman Reigns. You know, with the ambulance thing, that was an amazing segment. With a beat up Roman wanting to stretch her off the dock, and then the ambulance tilted over. Last week, his match against Big Show was as good as the first time they faced off, and the ring collapsed. So he went on the Attitude Era Nostalgia Tour by having a dumpster match with Kalisto as symbolism for Kalisto's position on Raw, and also as a little bit of redemption for Kalisto after Strowman threw him in the trash last week. I do like his new theme, the alteration of his lucha theme, and his new mask is cool. It reminds me of Drago's match mask from Lucha Underground, like darker and sinister. And also, it's like a mix between Bronco's mask and the mask from that guy that teamed up with Dustin Rhodes when he was Black Widow in TNA. If anyone fucking remembers that, it was a Black Widow. It was like, dang it, what was the name of that guy in TNA? Oh, it was Relic. Relic was the. It's like, it looks like Relic's mask to me, the new mask that Kalisto was wearing. And it was Black Wayne, not Black Widow. That was Dustin Rhodes' character, if anyone remembers that. Anyway, the match was okay. It was like a beatdown match. At least Kalisto got some good shots in with a drop kick. And even a little tease of him tossing, like they were like inching towards the dumpster. And Kalisto almost threw Storm, like he had him like dangling from the top rope. He almost tossed him in. The finish was, well, the finish to the match was, yeah. Post-match was great. So the finish of the match, Strowman was on the apron. He got drop kicked off the apron by Kalisto, and Strowman got in the dumpster. He was in the dumpster, and Kalisto won. I said in the beginning, they haven't had a dumpster match in 17 years. It was the first time it's ever been on Raw, but they haven't had one since King of the Ring 2000. I actually just saw that on the network. Cheap plug. With the Dudleys against DX, Road Dogg, and X-Pac. And they haven't had it, since they haven't had it in so long, I think they forgot the rules. The rules state that you win the match when you put your opponent in the dumpster, but they forgot the second part. When they close the lid! They didn't close the lid! So the match should have continued. It kind of actually did, because Kalisto got beat up anyway after the supposed win, and he did get thrown into the dumpster, getting beat up by the Strowman all over the barricade area. And we heard that we want Roman. I think a lot of people were fearing that Roman would get involved in this match in School over Strowman before Payback. But good news, he didn't show up at all. Yay! Because we don't need to make Roman look strong. They had a promo to do that. They had a promo that aired right after that to make Roman look strong. But they need to make Strowman look strong, and he kind of looked strong after losing to Kalisto. He may have lost the battle. He definitely won the war. So after he tossed Kalisto into the dumpster and doing what you should have done, put your opponent in and close the lid, I wasn't the only one commenting about that. So he rolled the dumpster onto the stage, and I was like, I kind of see what they're teasing here, but I'm like, this ain't what the stage ain't what it was 15 years ago. The stage is a lot lower, so if you do Strowman what I think you're teasing, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna have the same impact. There's a difference between rolling a dumpster off the stage when the stage is more elevated and it rolls off like 10 feet than rolling a dumpster with a human in it when the stage is low and it only falls 1 foot. DX did it better. Of course, referring to Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, they did the same thing with Chainsaw Charlie and Cactus Jack. It's ironic that both the first two dumpster matches involved the Road Dogg. But we didn't see him come out with the other agents to break up Strowman from tossing Kalisto off the stage. Because you had Jamie Noble come out, and Finn Finlay, and Chris Pierce. But I'm surprised Road Dogg wasn't one of the road agents trying to block Strowman from rolling Kalisto off the stage. Especially with this being the third dumpster match in WWE history, and the first two involving Road Dogg. So it's kind of interesting. So the match itself was it, and the finish was like, really? They forgot the rules that you, like, there's two parts to this. Kalisto got the first part down, he put his opponent in the dumpster, but he forgot the second part, you close the lid on him. Then you win. So I was kind of confused by that. But the finish, the post-match finish, with Kalisto being rolled on a dumpster. Yeah, the stage is now elevated, but it checked off another blip on Strowman's list of Attitude Era nostalgia. Tossing a stretcher off the dock, check. Lifting an ambulance up and tilting it to its side, check. Collapsing the ring after superplexing Big Show, check. Throwing a dumpster off the stage with somebody in it, check. Nostalgia list, check. So now on to our first two of the women's matches tonight. Dana Brooke, whose baby face turn, no one's invested in it because by the time you turned her, nobody cared because you hadn't seen it in a couple weeks. As she turned on Charlotte. She was in a match against Alicia Fox with Emma at ringside. It was sloppy at best. And it was slow, sloppy, and short. With Foxy, of course, unaccompanied by Noam Dar. I think they officially broke up last week. Yeah, Noam Dar can focus on himself and now have Alicia Fox steal his spotlight again. Because he's a great athlete. He was one of my other favorites in the cruiserweight division, but since he's throwing a paper for Alicia Fox, says more about that. I do like the way he says it, but that's the only thing that got him over. So as everyone's watching, Dana Brooke had some sloppy little moves out. I think she botched the move or two. But as Fox was going for moves like a clothesline, Dana would nail a clothesline and nail a finish. And the 1-2-3 victory for Dana Brooke's short match. Emma hugged her. Dana didn't like it. So I think these two were a good team in NXT. I'm disappointed they had a team last year when Emma first came back to main roster, but she got injured. And then came the whole Emelina bullshit. Basically, that character's being tossed to Lana now, for what I'm seeing. Videos from Twitter about her in NXT using her new stripper gimmick. The gimmick they were hoping to use for Emelina. And that's why they're going to separate her and Rusev. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this ends up. So, there you go. But Dana was still here with Emma. They were a great team. I'm sad they didn't really use that team to its full potential when Emma came back. Because Dana was a face. I hope she turns heel again. But because the face thing ain't working. Because I've said it before. You turn good heels into baby faces. Sometimes they become good baby faces. But sometimes good heels don't make good baby faces. So, hope they don't do that. Hope that doesn't happen to Bliss if they turn her baby face. She's a great heel. But she got cheered last week in Columbus, her hometown, which may lead them to them being the powers that be in WWE Creative to make Alexa face. But I hope they don't word her as a baby face as they're doing with Dana Brooke right now. So there you go. It is a superstar shakeup, right? But we're getting all these old feuds with Miz and Ambrose basically being carried over from SmackDown to Raw. And now another feud that's continuing. This is the feud that never ends. Enzo and Cass in the club. We saw him face off last week. But this week we saw him face off again. Or should I say we're scheduled to face off again against the club. But this time in a 6-man tag. As Enzo and Cass will set the team up with Seth Rollins against the club and their partner Samoa Joe. But as Enzo and Cass was going through the usual spiel, the certified G, bonafide stud, you know the rest. All of a sudden, Joe came from the crowd to attack Big Cass, and the club came down from the ramp to attack Enzo. So the beatdown was on before the match even started, especially after seeing the club deliver the Magic Killer on Enzo on the floor. So if Enzo rendered lifeless, it turned out this handicap match would go down, 3-on-2. With Enzo out, it was going to be Cass and Rollins against the club and Joe. But as we went from the incident with Enzo to commercial, I kept thinking to myself, are they going to replace Enzo with somebody? And then light bulb went off. Finn Balor. He replaced Jericho when he got attacked. So what the hell? Let Finn Balor replace somebody else in a tag match after he got attacked. So, right on cue, right back from commercial, we did see Kurt Angle introduce the new partner, which was indeed Finn Balor. I'm glad he's still using him for now, especially after getting concussed by Jinder Mahal, and waiting for Bray Wyatt to finish his feud up with Randy Orton. And also waiting for Brock Lesnar to fucking show up and defend his title. Part-timing bitch. That's why I wasn't too keen about Goldberg and Lesnar being for the title. It was lose-lose. And no matter who wins, you won't see that fucking title for a while. But yet I do, like, some people may like the fact we don't see the title every month on a pay-per-view, especially the way we have pay-per-views now, like, every 2 weeks. But I'm kind of a purist. I do, like, a main title fight. So Payback, something inside of it, your main title not on the line this Sunday. So we'll do a 6-man tag with Enzo out, Balor in. Club looked dominant early, beating up on Seth, and then Joe getting tagged in to beat up on Seth in advance of their match this Sunday at Payback. The match that was supposed to be at Fastlane until Rollins' injury, when Samoa Joe debuted on Raw. So as Rollins kept rolling in, Balor got in for a bit. He didn't get a lot of action in, because I think not only they're saving him because they wanted to be healthy for Bray, but also they wanted to get hurt again after getting concussed. Because he's probably still clear, but not. Maybe he's cleared for more than 5 minutes. Because he had that, 2-minute match with Kurt Hawkins last week. I'll get to him in a minute. So maybe like, hey, we can clear for 10-minute matches. So he got some shots in, including a big dropkick in the corner on the outside after Rollins flew over the top of under both club members. And then he did a big drop kick, big torpedo drop kick to Joe. Sounds like a good spot, and that's when Big Cass nailed. That was a nasty boot that he did to Gallows on the top of this nasty boot from Big Cass. So then, as all the other components of the match were in the ring, Innocent and Rollins got back in the ring to brawl a little bit, and then we saw Rollins' new finish that was teased a little bit during the talk match on Raw last week. He was teasing the pedigree because there was some online footage of this new finish. So they debuted it on television. He was teasing the pedigree. I was like, I thought he had a new finish. So he debuted a new finish. Basically, it's when you combine Kazuchika Okada's finish with Shinsuke Nakamura's finish. A clothesline leading to the big knee in the head. I do like that finish. If they're not going to let him use the curb stomp, at least they changed the pedigree at last to this new finish. And it's still a good finish. You know, it's not the curb stomp, but we'll take it. This looks more devastating than the fucking pedigree. Especially you whipped it from another guy who you just slayed. So then it makes sense to continue using the pedigree after you beat up Triple H. So this new finish was made, executed well, 1, 2, 3. Balor, Rollins, and Cass won. But since Enzo was unable to fight the club tonight, we're going to have him fight for the trillionth time on the Payback pre-show. And Finn Balor will be a special guest on Miz TV. Also on the pre-show. Basically, Miz's first pay-per-view on Raw. First Raw pay-per-view since the shake-up. He's on the pre-show. Well, that's easy to get Ambrose. So they're probably going to save that for whatever the next Raw pay-per-view is. Because I think mine to make SmackDown. Because I know Backlash is the next pay-per-view after Payback, and that's a SmackDown pay-per-view. But then SmackDown gets Money in the Bank, which I think is stupid. That only one brand should get the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. It should be both brands. And have 2 Money in the Bank matches like you used to when it was multi-branded. One for the Raw briefcase and the SmackDown briefcase. But then we have a segment involving the new, emphasizing on the word new number 1 contender for the women's title. Not just new because, hey, we got a new contender, but also new because it's not Sasha or Nia. It's Alexa Bliss, who came over from SmackDown during the Superstar Shakeup. Grabbed the mic and got watered. Fuck you. Fuck you, Kansas City. I did like her response, though. I do applaud women, especially women get the what's, like Charlotte. Like, she lets the what's get to her, doesn't let her. I should say not let them get to her. She does have good responses when they do the what. I think Bliss had a good response to the what chance, which should Die. Austin's not around anymore. It's not relevant. You can still say you suck because Angle's the GM. So Bliss is talking about, I did like a promo here with her saying like, I'm not here because of my dreams to be the WWE superstar, not cutesy and rainbows. I'm here to win. I'm here to want to win, and I will beat Bayley this Sunday in her hometown for the women's title. It's kind of interesting that Bliss wanted her hometown where she went in Bayley's hometown. Because we've seen other people beat the other in their hometown. Like Edge lost to Cena in Toronto. Where he lost in San Diego. Seen a lot of people lose in their hometown. Sasha lost in her hometown. Boston at Hell in a Cell. And she came out after Bayley interrupted. Bayley interrupted Bliss first. Say about how she will be there on Sunday with her family there. And they won't see her get humiliated, like Bliss said to Bayley. But she'll remain champion. Then Sasha, who needs to turn heel, but we have Bliss around, so, said that she wanted to beat up on Bayley, but guess what? She gets to beat up on her best friend tonight, Sasha Banks. Leading to a match that should have been saved for a bigger occasion. And I think Creative got the gist that these two need a build. That these two need motivation to have a great match with each other. There's like a dream matchup here. So they decided, since this match should be saved for another time, they let these two brawl for a little bit with a double knee subs from Sasha Banks. And Bliss moves in before taking the count out. Now, I do like them saving this for later because they probably realize, hey, we gotta have this match a big money match, not a throwaway match on Raw. They realized it and gave it a shitty finish with a purpose. But it shafted the women tonight. Because women's matches tonight were like, eh. Because like I said, you had the Fox and Dana Brooke match was like, yeah. And this match had a shitty finish. With a purpose, but still. So Sasha still wanted a piece of Bliss, and so did Bayley, who was commentating. After the countout, Bliss got chased out to the back by Bayley before Bayley was checking up on Sasha and got nailed from behind from Bliss. But they got chased back to the back by Sasha. I thought that Bliss was going to attack again Sasha from behind, but that never happened. So, speaking of things we thought would happen, like we thought that Bliss is going to attack Sasha from behind after she did the same to Bayley. I think we all thought when we saw Kalisto, I forgot to mention this earlier, that when Kalisto got stretched out, I think we all hoped that Kalisto was going to be beat up again by Braun Strowman. He got fucking buried tonight. Like, not only symbolically, but literally got buried tonight. Got destroyed by Braun Strowman. Speaking of burials, Hunter the Squash Challenge. Yeah, we have a new challenge every week now on what's called the Squash Kurt Hawkins. The Kurt Hawkins Superstar Machine Challenge. As he called out another superstar after being knocked out by Big Show and taken out in less than a minute by Finn Balor last week. Going back to the trope of renewing feuds that should have ended, especially on other brands, we only have one feud being brought over from SmackDown to Raw. We have another feud imported from SmackDown to Raw. Kurt Hawkins and Apollo Crews. And there was a typical match you've probably seen on SmackDown. Crews got some good shots in, leading up to his big finish, the sit-down powerbomb finish, and a decent little showing from Apollo Crews. But I still said it was too early for him. They even said on commentary, he admits he was up. It was too soon for him. He admits he was put up to the roster too soon. He needs something to get him over. But that something is not Titus O'Neil. We saw him interact last week. And then we saw Titus come down after the match and raise the hand of Apollo Crews, trying to reinvigorate the Titus brand. And I do mean reinvigorate because the brand's been dead. And it's probably not just dead after the whole stupid feud with Darren Young, who we have not seen in a while, but I think he's injured. But also, the brand was brought down after this senseless feud with New Day a few months back. So now he's trying to build up the Titus brand by buying to add a protege in Apollo Crews. We'll see if he follows through with this, but I say, no chance in hell. But I do agree, they do need to get Crews over, but this ain't the way to do it. So they move on to a main event. Chris Jericho and Dean Ambrose against The Miz and his partner. Well, it was a handicap match because his partner never showed up. They even teased Elias Simpson being his partner, which would have made sense because Elias Simpson was on the list after interrupting Jericho's interview last week. We have not seen Elias wrestle yet. Smart move. Just seen him like drifting around. Like he is the drifter. Speaking of being brought up too soon, but we'll see how they use him on Raw. You know, we've seen him like drifting in people's matches and people's interviews. We have not seen him wrestle yet, so it's kind of smart. They're delaying his debut. They're also delaying the in-ring debut of Nakamura. I almost said Sasha Nakamura. That's funny. Shinsuke Nakamura. They're probably going to save it for Extreme Rules. The pay-per-view before Extreme Rules, should I say. Backlash against Dolph Ziggler. The teasing it on SmackDown recently. And I'm saying this now. There will not be a Backlash review. I'm sorry. There will be. I think there will be a Payback review on Sunday. There will be one. And there will not be a Backlash review because I'm going to be at Rock on the Range in Columbus, Ohio. The home of Alexa Bliss, see Metallica, Soundgarden, and Korn for the 3-day festival there, so there will not be a Backlash review. There'll probably see a Raw review that week, but not a Backlash one. So back to the main event at hand. With Miz's partner a no-show, he had a full goal of this match in a handicap match, with Jericho and Ambrose really enjoying the numbers game. But that was before Maurice became a little bit of a distraction. Because Ambrose beat up Miz a little bit, threw him on the outside, and as he was going to do some more damage, Miz threw his wife in the way as a shield, and that was just enough for Miz to get the upper hand for a while, clotheslining Ambrose right after putting his wife in front of him. So they did the vintage Miz move that Michael Cole used to call it. And really beating up on Ambrose until Jericho got the hot tag with his new jacket and all that was given to him as a gift by Ambrose. And really beating up on Miz doing the Bulldog and the Lion Salt. He didn't do the Walls of Jericho, but he did tease a cold breaker at one point. But then they pulled and Miz got out of the ring and was going to take a count-out victory. But then Miz got tossed back in by Impulse. But then after they were in the ring for a bit, they got back out. And Impulse tossed him to the back of the entrance ramp. And threw everything off the announcer's table. It was probably teasing dirty deeds on the table. But just as he was about to deliver that, lights went out, and we're guessing this was Miz's partner showing up at the wall. I thought it was going to be Strowman. It was Bray Wyatt. One Wyatt member, as he delivered Sister Abigail onto the LED board. I thought I was going to do it on a table, but I ended up doing it on the LED screen, like tossing Ambrose face first into it. But then Miz did get the cold breaker from Jericho after all. But then Jericho got fed a Sister Abigail by Bray Wyatt, and Miz was so happy. He's like, yay! We beat up on Ambrose, we beat up on Jericho. But then the Miz got Sister Abigail. We end Raw with Bray Wyatt standing tall, leading towards his match this Sunday against Randy Orton. It was supposed to be a Backlash, but we're going to have Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal instead. Who'd have thought you'd see Jinder Mahal main event a pay-per-view? Anywho, this match will now be, I think there's been a lot of confusion. It was supposed to be for the title, And now it's not for the title. The House of Horrors. He had another little creepy promo during the show, right before he came out for this match, which was technically Bray Wyatt's in-ring Raw debut since he came up from the Superstar Shakeup. So he's going to finish up this feud with Orton. With this being a non-title, he could probably win with it being non-title. But then Orton can move on to Jinder, and then Wyatt can move on to a possible feud with Bray Wyatt's counterpart, probably Finn Balor. If you think the feud with Wyatt and Orton was weird, think about all the weird shit they could do with Finn and Bray. The mind games they could play. The Eater of Worlds against the Demon. Me and my dad were arguing about it. About Finn Balor getting a good feud. He should be with the club, by the way. The club needs something. Speaking of needing something to reinvigorate yourselves, both Apollo and the club have been on the roster for about a year. Main roster for about a year. And they're kind of floundering. Apollo needs something, but not Titus O'Neil. And Anderson and Gallows need something to get over. And that's Finn Balor joining them. Whether they're a heel or maybe a good guy. But Balor needs to join the club soon. We do need a Balor club. And that's the one we need. Balor and Anderson and Gallows need to get over so fucking bad. But first, we're going to have Bray and Finn probably feud. My dad doesn't think Finn should feud with Bray. And of course, we both agree we don't. Because my dad watches this show with me a lot. And we both agree Finn should not feud with Lesnar. He needs the title back, but when Lesnar loses it. Maybe to Jeff Hardy. So I'm hearing Jeff Hardy's going to be taking on Lesnar. It's the rumors flying around about Lesnar and Hardy. They faced off before. About 15 years ago when Lesnar was still good. And not a suplexing, beat-down machine. He was more athletic back then. Then he brought his MMA style with him when he returned 5 years ago. So, there you go. Into the ring to end war with Bray Wyatt standing tall. And we'll see if he stands tall this Sunday at Payback. In pay-per-view Payback, this being a go-home show for him is okay. You know, some good things, some bad things. Hey, it's Raw. You know, there's some good Raws and some bad Raws. And there's like a middle-of-the-road Raw. But it didn't need to be a middle-of-the-road Raw, especially with this being a go-home show. We still have a stipulation for Braun and Woman. There should be a step. Maybe to add it this Sunday. Because that's when Woman will return. They're basically saving his return on television till the pay-per-view. Which is kind of a small decision. Because I'm glad he didn't interfere in the dumpster match. I thought he was. So I'm glad it didn't happen. So that's it for my Raw review. Thank you so much for watching. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the review from Zach. See you later. Bye-bye to you.